Shalom, shalom. This is Mayael Ben Yah, and I'm here to give you the Torah portion. And it's just going to be a small portion of the Torah portion I'm going to give you. I'm going to just give you one verse of Deuteronomy chapter 35, verse 1. Because verse 1 is where I will be pulling from. Because there's so much in that one verse that you really just can't get around. Okay? Let us get in. Hallelujah. And Moshe gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, These are the words which Yahweh has commanded, that ye should do them. Stop right there. We plainly see that Yahweh, the God of our forefathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, did not ask us to believe anything. He specifically told Moses to tell us that these things that I am giving you to do, I am commanding you to do. He didn't give suggestions to his people. He gave commandments. He didn't ask us to believe anything. He told us to do. So you have to understand, the faith of our father Abraham was expressive by that which he did. Now I know that the scriptures, most of all in our English translations and the King James, which I'm coming from, says that Abraham believed God and that it was counted unto him for righteousness. But you have to understand, Hebraically, you show that you believe something by actually carrying out the instructions. Because remember, that's why when the Holy One, when the King of Israel, the true King of Israel, which was the God that made himself known to Abraham, said to leave your father's house in this country and go, and I will lead you to a place. Abraham showed that he believed by carrying out the instructions that God gave him. He just didn't sit there in his tent and rock back and forth and say, you know what, Sarah? You know what, Sarah? You know, I believe God spoke to me. And that's it. Then rolled over and went to sleep. And got up the next day and told everybody that he believed God spoke to him. No. He got up, packed, gathered his possessions, and he set out. That is biblical faith. That is Hebraic faith. Not this Western mindset that just got you believing but have no actions. That God is just going to reward your believing. God rewards those that carry out the instructions that he gives them. Remember when the Most High tested our father Abraham? He said, Abraham, take your son, your special son, your son Isaac, and I want you to go to this mountain where I'm going to show you, and there I want you to offer him to me. You hear that? He tested our father Abraham with a task to do. He didn't ask him to believe anything. He gave him a task to do. And our father Abraham, according to the text, and nothing but the text, set out to do according to the instructions of the God that he loved. Our father Abraham took Isaac and binded him, placed him upon the altar that he made, that he, put together. He laid the wood out, placed the son on it, took the knife, raised it before Yah, and was about to carry out the instructions of Yah. But Yah stopped him. And Yah said, now I know that you love me. Now I know that you are faithful and devoted unto me, because I see that you were not about to withhold your son from me. Faith in God is an actual expression that can be seen by man, most of all seen by God. It's not enough to sit back in your easy chair. It's not enough for you to recline and just lay back and say, I believe you, Lord. I believe you. I believe you, God. I believe you. And then don't do anything to show that you truly do. Western faith is a mental concept that's only going on in here. You mentally agree. Yes, God is real. I believe God spoke. I believe he did. I believe he's righteous. I believe he's real. I believe this. I believe that. But Hebraically, it is an action that lines up with what you believe. God has showed himself faithful to Father Abraham. So every time that God spoke with further instructions, Abraham carried them out and revealed to God and others that Abraham was indeed a man of faith and a man that truly loved the God that made himself known to him. So if you're talking about you have the faith of your father Abraham, but you just sitting back mentally, taking notes in your head, mentally agreeing with God, your faith has not matured to that of our father Abraham. Faith like our father Abraham is an active, expressive devotion to God. It is something that can be seen before man, seen before God. And you yourself can see just how faithful you are to the one true living God. It's not enough just to mentally sit back on the sidelines. It's not enough to not get involved with what's going on. It's time to get involved. It's time to be obedient. It's time to walk according to the instructions of our God. No more sitting on the sideline. It's time to get our hands dirty. It's time to get involved. It's time to be faithful. It's time for us to live according to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 13 and 14. The whole conclusion of the matter is that we fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. And that we know that our Creator will judge us according to our deeds, be they good or be they bad. But we need to remember, we are to fear God and keep his commandments. He did not say the whole conclusion of the matter is that we fear God and simply believe in him and sit on the sideline and do nothing and just wait for God to show up and show out. There is a part that we have to play. And we have to be willing and obedient, because that's the only way that we're going to eat the good of the land. So I just wanted to share that little bit right there. This is Mayael Ben Yah. Shalom, love, and blessings.